New York's a big playground. I have a bike, and I'm really into just being outside. Especially in the summertime. My perfect first date? Maybe a concert or a football game. That would be my ideal first date, but would the girl like it? I don't know. She, Mary, was a dream to work with. That stuff was intense. They covered me in blood, and I had to stay that way, like soaking wet with this blood for hours. No, I've eluded the Hollywood cults. Now I'm on The Boys, and I know, the original cast, all has our own little things going on, so I would have to work that out. If the showrunners wanted to work that out, we could talk about it. I'd definitely be open to that. God, so I'm one of those people that got through a few seasons and just always kept trying to go back. I knew Mary Harron was doing it. She did American Psycho, which is one of my all-time favorite movies. And I kind of look like Tex Watson. When they sent me the sides of the script, it was sort of a no-brainer. Obviously, it's a small role, but it was a really good time, you know, getting to work with this cast. Matt Smith, he was incredible. Back in the day when I was in college, I used to valet cars, so I was all good. It was sort of a subversive look at the superhero genre, even though it's not necessarily a superhero show, but I thought I could bring something to the character that was funny. I'm not a big superhero genre fan. I don't really run out to see all those movies. But for my sense of humor, my sensibilities, it was making fun of that. It's a satire, definitely a dark comedy. It's funny to get some of the reactions from the guys, like these big dudes at the gym come up to me like, "Yo man, can I get a picture?" Personally, I'm obsessive-compulsive about the placement and cleanliness of my things. I've listened to podcasts and read a few books when we were doing this movie, and I think it's always been a fascination. Doubt your doubts before you doubt your beliefs. But probably the driving scene was toughest because it was a bit of a monologue. They just kind of threw me in the car, and I was actually having to drive. It was in LA, at like 2 in the morning, down some random side street. I wasn't really interested in playing the good guy. The Boys was weird and a bizarre show and very dark comedy. It's obviously a dark, complicated character, but to get to do some comedy as well and have fun with the character and make fun of the superhero tropes is something that's completely different for me. I feel like people have always been fascinated by Charles Manson. I'd be watching and pausing and Wikipediaing all these characters. We shot on every street corner in the city, New York, so there's a lot of nostalgia here, that's for sure. There's more guys coming up to me now, but they always say they binged it with their wives or girlfriends. Guinevere Turner also wrote the script, and she wrote American Psycho as well. Just because it's a superhero show doesn't mean we can't speak on real issues through that lens. We were all there on set doing group shots. They pulled me over to a green screen and told me, "We're doing calendars." I'm thinking, okay, everyone's got a calendar. That's great. But no. It was just me. There are always those Gossip Girl walk and talk scenes where you're walking and just talking about life and death. You're having a serious conversation, looking someone in the eye, but everywhere around you, it's literally a circus. They showed me one of the months and I'm like, cool. But then I'm flipping through and I'm like, wait. I'm in every one of these. It's just me. Well. I died laughing. It's obviously in character and it's amazingly cheesy and really funny. We really went for it. I'm sworn to secrecy. I wish I could give you a good answer, but we'll never know. It will forever remain a mystery. We will never know. I can't remember the name of the book. I think it was called The Family, and I think that was the original title of the movie. Really, I'm pretty laid back, always cracking jokes. But I had 2 or 3 other people in the car, in the Charlie Says scene. It was some old 1972, I can't remember what the model was, but it's like trying to chew gum and walk at the same time. I hated modeling. I had the best time on that show, Gossip Girl, and that was such a good experience, it opened a lot of doors. I went into broadcast journalism. I loved every class I took. I just got anxious because I came to the realization that you're groomed in high school to get good SAT scores to get into a good college or else you're done for. I wasn't interested in playing or being in a show where the superhero themes and tropes were sort of on the nose. I didn't ask her, Hannah Murray, about any spoilers. I do know she was on it because I'm pretty sure I watched the seasons that she was on. She was amazing, by the way. She's such a good actress. I feel like I sometimes get along with female directors better almost. She's very nuanced. Her direction was incredible. I would hope that people don't just see me as this guy, Nate, and would always give me an opportunity to come in and prove them otherwise, whether that's in the audition or a meeting. I didn't know about the Tarantino project when we were doing this, but I think they're very different.